A very warm good afternoon to all of you. I welcome you all in digital class of biology. Students, as we all know that we are studying chapter biomolecules, and in our previous lecture we have finished with carbohydrate. Today we will study about proteins. Okay? But before that, I would like to motivate you all with the beautiful sayings of Lord Krishna. Student, he says that whatever you do, make it an offering to me. The food you eat, the sacrifices you make, the help you give, and even your sufferings. See how beautifully he is saying that you need to offer everything to Lord Krishna. Okay, whatever food you eat, okay, whatever sacrifices you make in your life, whatever help you give to others, and see how beautifully he is saying that you need to offer your suffering also to me. Okay, and the thing he is leaving on you is that you do just your karma with full devotion. Okay, and he is there to look after your all the things. Okay, you need not to worry about anything, just do your karma, understood, with full devotion. Okay, so with this beautiful thought I would like to start with my today's topic, that is proteins. Before starting about proteins, I need to know that what are the things you know about proteins. In your junior classes you might got an idea that there are five components of food that is needed, that is required in a balanced diet. Yes or no? First is your carbohydrate, protein, fats, mineral and vitamins. Yes or no? Repeat. Carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals. Okay, yesterday we have finished about carbohydrates. Today we will study about protein. So what is this protein? Your hair also contain protein, your nails also contain some protein. Yes, then protein is present in your pulses. Yes, protein help to repair your damaged cells. Yes, okay, hope so that you know about protein. Okay, but in this lecture we will study little bit more. Okay, so that the picture, the image must be clear in your brain. Okay, so something you can see in this, it is the structure of your protein. Okay, and your protein is formed by various amino acid. Okay, like in your carbohydrate I have told you that polysaccharide is formed of monosaccharide, like various glucose molecule they combine together, okay, to form starch. Okay, so similarly here various amino acid they will combine together to form protein. In case of your carbohydrate, those monomers were combined together with which bond? Glycosidic bond, but here they will bond with peptide bond. Okay, so this is your peptide bond. Okay, this is your one amino acid, this is your second amino acid. Okay, and they are bonded together with your peptide bond. Okay, so little idea I have given you. Okay, don't get confused. I always believe that the things must be visible in front of your eyes. Okay, then we understand that what particular person is speaking about. Okay, so that is why, okay, I have made this slide in order to show you that what is this protein. Okay, students, proteins are the most abundant organic molecule of the living system. What is organic molecule? Molecule that contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, they form about 50% of the dry weight of the cell. Dry weight of the cell means whenever I'll weigh the cell, it does not contain any water, it doesn't contain any water. That is the dry weight of the cell. They are most important for the architecture and functioning of the cell, for forming and function of the cell. Clear? Proteins are polymers of amino acid. Okay, means your proteins are formed by combining various amino acids, and protein or complete hydrolysis yield amino acid. Okay, when various amino acid they will undergo hydrolysis, means releasing out of your water molecule, it will produce various amino acid. Okay, standardly there are 20 amino acid, okay, which are found to form the structure of your protein. Clear? And collagen is the most abundant animal protein, whereas Rubisco is the most abundant plant protein. You need to remember for your board and competitive. Okay, collagen in case of your animal protein, whereas Rubisco is the most abundant protein in case of your plants. Clear? And protein synthesis is controlled by DNA. What is DNA? It is a nucleic acid, and the full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Clear? So I've told you that your protein is formed of various amino acid, okay, and those amino acid are formed of your amino group, carboxyl group, hydrogen atom, and a specific side chain, okay, which are bonded to your alpha carbon. Clear? I will show you this in this structure. Clear? See here, this is your structure of amino acid, okay. This is your alpha carbon, which is bonded to your amino group, carboxyl group, hydrogen, and side chain, okay. The structure of every amino acid would be same till here, and there would be change only in this R group. It can be methyl, it can be alkyl, it can be your alcohol, it can be anything. Clear? You need to remember this structure of your amino acid. After that, the thing which you need to keep in mind, that amino acids are also of different nature, okay. Some are neutral, acidic, basic, as containing, alcoholic, aromatic, and heterocyclic, okay. And these examples are very important for a competitive point of views, okay. And what are these neutral? Okay, when your amino acid contain one amino group and one carboxyl group, okay, means one is positive, another is negative, so it will be neutral. So example are glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine. Acidic, which contain an extra carboxyl group, example aspartic, asparagine, glutamine, glutamic acid. Basic, which contain an extra amino group, example arginine and lysine, okay, which contain S, that is sulfur containing, okay. These are your cysteine and methionine, very important. Then alcoholic, means that amino acid which contain alcohol, example is serine, threonine, and tyrosine. Amino acids which are aromatic, okay, they have ring like structure, example is phenylalanine, tryptophan, and tyrosine. And heterocyclic, these are those which have nitrogen in ring structure, example histidine and protein, okay. You need to remember this chart, okay, by making mnemonics. That chart would be clear from this structures, okay. Like I've told you, alanine is neutral. What does it mean? It means that it contain one carboxyl group and one NH2, okay. If I'm talking that aspartic acid is acidic, what does it mean? It means that it have extra carboxyl group. If I'm saying that lysine is basic, what does it mean? It means that it have extra amino group, NH2, NH2. If I'm saying that serine is alcoholic, it means it have alcohol group. If I'm saying that cysteine is sulfur, it means it contain one sulfur group, okay. And if I'm saying that phenylalanine is aromatic, it means it contain ring, okay. So this structure must be known to you, okay. By this structure it is easy to learn this chart. Now student, through this slide I will tell you that how your different amino acid they combine together to form a protein, okay. This is your one amino acid, this is your another amino acid. Clear? They will undergo hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means they will release water, okay. And when water will release, okay, what will happen? That how water will release, okay, it will take these two hydrogen and one oxygen, okay, and in that way it will leads to the formation of your peptide linkage, okay. This carbon and this nitrogen now will combine together. See here, this carbon and this nitrogen, they will combine together to form peptide linkage, and in this way various amino acid will combine together to form a protein. Now if I will talk about the structure of your protein, okay, protein are of four kind, that is primary, okay, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary, okay. With the passage of time I will give you the example of these four types of your protein structure. Clear? See here in your primary how simple it is, then secondary little bit coiled, okay, and in tertiary more coiled, and in your quaternary, okay, 2 to 3 sequence of your primary they will combine together to form your quaternary structure. See here it is your primary structure. Okay, what is primary structure? Okay, it is just a linear sequence of your amino acid. See here, linear structure of your amino acid, okay, in the polypeptide chain, and those are connected with the help of your disulfide bridges. Clear? And the primary structure is responsible for the function of your protein. N terminals amino acid is written on the left hand side, you need to remember, and carbon terminals are present on the right hand side. What does it mean? See here, this NH must be on left hand side and carboxyl group must be on the right hand side. Clear? When we are forming a protein. This is your secondary structure. Okay, here what happened, your linear polypeptide they will coil together. Earlier it was just simple like this, now it will coiled like this. Okay, that is known as your alpha helix, and when these sequence they will form a sheet like structure. As you can see in this diagram, it is known as beta plated. Okay, and the example of this is your keratin in case of your alpha, which is present in your hair. Okay, and silk fiber in case of your beta plated. Clear? These are your proteins. I will talk about tertiary structure of your protein. Okay, here what happen, helical polypeptide it will fold upon itself, okay, and assume a complex but specific form. Okay, it can be spiral, it can be rod, it can be something between that. Okay, and the example of your tertiary is myoglobin. Okay, what is this myoglobin? It is a protein that is present in your muscle. Okay, and last is your quaternary. Okay, what happened here, your two or more polypeptide they will combine together to form a quaternary structure, and the excellent example of a quaternary is hemoglobin. Okay, it is a pigment that is present in our blood, provide red color to it, and also help in the transportation of oxygen to different cells, to different organs of our body. If I talk about the function of your protein, okay, I will talk about chemical nature also, and here I'll talk about nutritional importance also. Okay, so if I talk about function, see here how many function it have. Okay, as a structural protein, keratin and collagen very important. Okay, name the enzymes, name the protein those act as enzyme, pepsin. Okay, name the protein that act as transportation, so hemoglobin. So in that way, okay, hormonal proteins are there, contractile, storage, genetic protein, defense protein, and receptor proteins are there. You need to learn these things. Okay, and if there is any doubt, please do call me. And on the basis of the chemical nature and solubility, your proteins are of three types, that is simple protein, conjugated protein, and derived protein. What are simple protein? They are composed of only amino acid residues, whereas conjugated they are along with amino acid there are some non-protein prosthetic group also, and derived protein they are those product those are derived from your simple and conjugated protein. Clear? So with this I have finished the topic protein also. I hope so that you have got an idea. Now your work is what? Your work is to read the NCERT book page, and now I will send one more video link, okay, YouTube link to you. Okay, animated video it would be, which will help you to make your concepts more clear. Okay, for any doubt please to call me and complete your work. I'm waiting. Okay, thank you so much, students.